Hi, I'm Bonnie Lynn Linky, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to make a card for you using the More Than Autumn stamp bundle. But before we get started, a couple things to go over with. Hello, I'm so happy to be with you, and thank you for joining me today in my studio to see this card. I appreciate you all, and I hope you like the video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Even if you don't like it, please give it a thumbs up. I'm only kidding. And I love comments. I haven't been as good as I should be in the last couple weeks answering them, and I apologize for that. I just, well, you guys know I'm having some health issues. So, okay. What else? Let's see. Scrapbooking supplies are now available to everybody. You don't have to be a close to my heart customer anymore to order scrapbooking items. So you can go ahead and check those out over on the website. And if you don't have a demonstrator, if you would be inclined to choose me as your demonstrator, Bonnie Linky. I live in Nampa, Idaho. And also on my website, bonniestamps.com, is the monthly host code. But I would love to earn your business and be your demonstrator. That would be so thrilling for me. I appreciate that. And let's see what else. The Christmas catalog, which you can get a sneak peek of over my shoulder there or there. I don't know which way. Um, let's see. Okay, this one, yeah. There's the catalog for this year, the holiday catalog. It actually has every day in it too, and it has no Halloween. That's your online exclusive. And in the scrapbooking stuff that was just released, there was some Halloween paper and there's some fall paper. There was also some more Christmas paper in it too. So that's exciting. And let's see what else. I think that's about it. Oh, October 5th is World Card Making Day. And there is on my website, when I post this card, there will be a link in my video on the webpage for you to register if you want to partake in Stampin' Up's World Card Making Day. There is no charge, and I do have a list of supplies that are being used, so you can go ahead and order those ahead of time. So using mainly the Eupherma packs and the pre-done card basis. So that will be exciting to watch. I need to remember to register too to do it. And they're not doing the Christmas Ephemera packs, they're doing the everyday ones. And so yeah, and if you have stamping friends, do it all together. That would be a lot of fun. All right, so let me go on and switch my camera around here. And this is the card we're going to make today. Let me see if I can get it up here so you can see it, not too close. So nothing better than pumpkin spice. And we are going to color these two with blends. You can use colored pencils. You could even watercolor if you want to. And we're going to do the same on the cup. For the whipped cream, I just stamped it in smoky slate. And that's all I did there. And the colors I used was pumpkin pie, pecan pie, and then this is the latte paper. And I forgot to grab my dimensions and everything, but this is all on my blog. And there's a link in my remarks that will take you to the blog. So let's go on and get started. All right. Here is my package. This here is the stamp set, and I keep my dies right here. There's 23 dies. So I really like that. Let's see. And there is, let's see, I believe there's a stamp for that coordinates with all the dies this time. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. And they got a little gingerbread man there, a heart, an apple, a pumpkin, some marshmallows, some sprinkles, candy cane, cinnamon stick, straw. And they have the saying, say, apple, eggnog, cider, peppermint hot cocoa. And then we can do pumpkin pie. Oh, yeah. So lots of good ones there. Okay. So the first thing I did was stamp everything on a piece of white cardstock. And I went ahead and did that ahead of time because I like to let my ink set before I color with it. Now this is the whipped cream. We're not going to color that. You can use your color lifter and grab some smoky slate ink off of the light smoky slate or the dark and add some shading to it if you want to. But I just thought it was perfect just like it was. And so let me show you how to color these. Okay, now this is the dark pecan pie. The donut I did, not the frosting, but the rest of it in pecan pie. There's a little bit of donut showing right there. And I just did that with the dark. But the edges are always lighter, so I'm not even blending at all for the donut. The actual donut, not the frosting. I'm just taking my pecan pie and filling it in. And I'm just trying to be careful here and make sure that I stay within the lines. I'd rather be a little slow and be happier with my work. Than to speed along. Okay, there we go. And I'm actually going to take this light pecan pie and I'm going to put a little bit of it right under there, and right under where the lid is. And that's just kind of a shadow. I could have used the light smoky slate to have done that too, but I just decided to use the pecan pie. Okay, and then one of the donuts, I did an orange frosting. Now, I did do a little bit in the dark pumpkin pie first, just like so. And then I took the light. I didn't go all the way to the edges, and I'll show you why in a minute. You can in some spots, but I wanted to leave some white showing. And then what I did, and where's my blender pen? Here it is over here. Our color lifter. I call it a color lifter. I call it a blending pen because for me, I use it more for blending than what I do for lifting up color. And by lifting up color, that's when, except if it's red, forget it. But if you have like a green or a brown or something and you're, whoops, I'm sorry about that. There's marks in here. Oh. There you go. If you go outside the line a lot or something and it's like a green or a yellow, you can take it and you can just take this color lifter and actually push the color back in. But I don't want to do that. I put some dark pumpkin pie on this acrylic block. Now I just want to take it and I want to put it on here. And it's a lighter color. And it also is how I'm blending that edge. So that they just blend in together. And just go over it a little bit. Now, you don't have to do this. You could have taken the light pumpkin pie all the way out to the edge if you wanted to. I just didn't want to. Okay. And then you want to clean off your pen, your blender pen color lifter after you're done that. Okay. And then for the other donut, I did it in crumb cake. Now, if you want to, if you just want it to blend it even more, lighten some spots up on it, just take this and it will move the color around. just like so. Bring that off. Okay. Now I'm taking my dark crumb cake and I'm going to start darker up around the donut hole. Not too much. And then I'm going to take my light crumb cake, which, make sure this is it. No, that's smoky slate. Okay, this is the light crumb cake. And then I'm just going to blend that in. And I'm going to take that pretty much out to the edge. I'm not going to use the blending pin on this one. I just wanted to show you how to bring in a lighter color on there. And that's okay. Now you'll see that like right here, this went outside the edge and that. So I'll show you with the blender pin what I do. Now reds and oranges, anything with red is real hard to push back in, but we can try doing that. And push that back in right there. And then you let it dry and you do it again. Okay, now for the coffee cup, I used crumb cake. And oops, that's the dark. I didn't want to go that thick. I apologize. And I'm just going to over that little pecan pie, and I'm going to, the bottom of it is just real dark down there. And I want a little bit, this side is going to be darker than the other side. Just go like so. And then I'm going to come over. Now I'm going to go over the dark because this has more alcohol in it than what the dark does. That is going to blend it in more. It's going to erase those harsh lines. And if you don't like the looks of it, you can always bring some more dark back in. Like I decided, oh, I want it a little bit more right in there. And just cover it like so. And then I'm going to make the lid all white. And for this cup here, the label, I'm going to take and run my dark Daffodil Delight. Just stroke it on right there. And then I'm going to just take this over top it. I'm not going all the way to the side going over top it. I'm started in about the middle of the dark yellow and started going over. And that just lightens it up some. And I want a little bit more dark here. So I'm just going to go back and put a little bit more dark in. Just like so. But I'm not going to go all the way to the edge because I wanted it even lighter. Okay, and then you cut them out with the coordinating dies. And just to show you the dies, this is the donut, and there is a way for it to go on so that it cuts it out right. So it's, and you can tell where the little bumps are. Okay, there it is. The smaller bump out right there, this one side seems to have a larger bump out than this side. So this one goes right up here. And it would go just right there like so. This is for the whipped cream. And then for the cup. And you go on and run those through. Okay, so now I've already colored another set, so we don't need to do that. So I'll just put these right back in here. And I'll move this off to the side. And here is what I did right here. Okay. And this was my blends right here. I just have a Talente sorbet cup that I keep them in. And those are, I pull them out of my shelf, the ones that I want to use to work with, and that's what I use. So, okay, so let's go in and put this together. Here is our 8.5 by 5.5 piece of pumpkin pie. It's scored at 4 1/4. And then, let me see. I'm not sure why I have another piece of pumpkin pie. Interesting. Okay, and then this is pecan pie. Now, I did my measurements in 16ths. You can do them in 8ths if you want to, but I like doing them in 16ths. So I took 5 and 5/16 for that way, and I did 4 and 1/16 for this way. And then I just took off for my next layer, which is the designer series paper. I went 5 1/8. No, wait. I went 5 and 5/16 for this one, and then 5 and 1/8 for the next layer. But it's all in the instructions. A lot of people may find it easier to work in the 8ths or even the quarters. You know, you work for what works for you. Okay, so I just glued that one on. Okay, and this, we want to emboss it. But the problem with that, just give me a second to get my embossing folder, and I'm going to go ahead and emboss it too. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay, so what I did is I got my embossing folder, which is this long one, the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. It's in the September to December mini catalog, or the holiday catalog, depending on what you want to call it. And I just put my paper in there. You really can't see it too much. It just gives, means this is plaid paper. I thought, oh, it'd be fun to emboss it with that embossing folder because it adds more texture to it. And I really like that. And you can see that side. So you could even use this side if you wanted to. But I liked the colors on this one. So we'll just add some glue. See if I can keep it on the paper. I keep trying to go off the edges. Okay, and then I'm just going to center it on top of this pecan pie. Oh dear, I'm way off. Okay. And this is off too. I'm actually teaching a class Saturday. We'll see how that goes. And this is one of the cards I'm doing. We're actually doing the last 3 cards, this one and the 2 prior to that I did the videos on. So this is a Halloween and fall cards that we're doing. So I'm excited about doing them. Okay, and then what I did is I went ahead and cut everything out ahead of time. I cut out pumpkin spice, the words, out of pumpkin pie. And I cut out nothing better than out of early espresso and also out of white, basic white. And then I did latte out of pumpkin pie. But before I cut them out, I put a piece of the adhesive sheets on these. And these adhesive sheets are wonderful, especially for doing words. And Stampin' Up! Has them. They're double-sided. They're in the annual catalog. This is how they come in sheets like so. And this is what it is. And so you just I cut a strip that I wanted, the size I needed, and I put it on the back of my cardstock, and then I cut it out, and it cuts really easy. So I had no problems cutting it out, not even on this latte words. Now, you'll notice that I have pumpkin out of the paper. A lot of times I didn't, like for my class, because I cut these out for them, I didn't separate them. I just cut the words out like that because sometimes the adhesive will try to come off. And I got this pick here that my hands are sticky from the glue. And I see I got a hair caught on there. Okay, there we go. And we're just going to take the latte. It's a little bit at a curve. And we're just going to put it on there just like so. See how easy that was? No mess with glue, because I know I would make a big mess with it. So where's my sample? I'm going to get my sample here so I can see it. Okay, the next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Nothing Better Than in the Early Espresso. See, just lift it up, just like that. So simple. I'm going to get the center of the O out of there. There's a hair that I see on my fingers and I can't seem to get it off. Okay, and I'm just going to put this right up here. That hair is stuck to a finger, but when I try to get it off, I can't see it to get it off. So if you see it in the video, I apologize. Okay, and then I did another Nothing Better Than. Now this is going to be hard for me to do off angle, but oops, I want to get these center dots. The B has the center dots still in there. They didn't come up, and a couple more there. So make sure those are all out, that all the letters, you can read them just fine. And then I want to offset this. I want you to be able to see both colors. Just kind of like so, and then press it on. And there's an extra piece of white paper under that E and that H. So there we go. Okay, and it's just that simple. It's easy to do if you have the adhesive tape, and you can't go wrong. Okay, and then I'm going to get my dimensionals. I'm going to use dimensionals on some of these, and some of them I am just going to put on there. So I want to turn that one over. And I'll put 3 dimensionals on this. In case it gets milled, I would like to know that it's going to stay. I'm actually going to do another one up here. Okay, and then I am going to put dimensionals on one of the donuts. And again, I'm going to use 3. I could have probably used the minis on this one. Would have probably been better. Okay, so we're going to take, I want to put my whipped cream on there. So to do that, I'm just going to take and do a little bit of glue right up there. And I'm going to set this up there like so. And then I got to put dimensionals on it too, don't I? So, and I like putting one where they join together so that I know that it's being held. And let's see, I don't have any minis right here by me, so I'm just going to take and cut this side I just cut it in half a little bit. I'm going to put 1/2 right there, 1/2 right here. And then I'm going to try and get all of these off with sticky fingers. But you know, that's what picks are good for, whether it's this one or the one that's in the current catalog. This one is just, I got arthritis in my right hand really bad. And for some reason, this one is a little bit easier for me to use than the other one. Let me get my little trash can over on this side. And we all do what's easiest for us. Okay, then just put the cup there like so. Now the orange donut, I'm going to just put, I'll do a little bit of glue. And I'm just doing it right around here. And I'm going to put it right up there. And you know, I needed this to go up a little bit higher. So let me see if I can do that without ripping the paper. This is undo. I don't want to rip the paper. And because I didn't put my words pumpkin spice down first. And shoot, I didn't do a very good job there. Okay. This needs to dry a little bit from where it got wet before it will go back down, but I'll cover that paper up there. You want to, and I'll show you the undo again. I get this off of Amazon, and it will, if you take your time, it will, it's a little wet right there. It will dry, and then that will stick down. It will remove adhesive, and the paper will dry, and then it will stick back down without any problems. Okay, I'm getting the backing off of my pumpkin. I'm going to put this on here before I put the other donut on. And put my spice right here. Just like so. I just realized what I forgot to get out. And that is my embellishments. So I am going to have to pause this for a moment to go get my embellishments. There we go. And see that sticking down. So let's do the inside and then we'll get the embellishments. Okay, for the inside, I just took a piece of white cardstock, and let me make sure I have that it's been trimmed down. Nope, this one hasn't been trimmed down. So let me get my trimmer here. And I'm just going to cut this to 5 1/4 by 4 inches for the inside of the card. I need to clean it. It looks like it's sticky. I've been using it for so many different things. Okay, and I'm going to get my cushion because these are photopolymer stamps that we're using. And so we need to decide. Let's see. Nothing better than nothing is better than, I can put autumn or except maybe you. I think that's the one I'll use. And so now I need to find that. Here we go. It's right here. Oh, and I want the little pumpkin too. Okay. So I'm going to put my little pumpkin right there. And then I'm going to take my, except maybe you. I didn't get that on very straight. Let me see if I can do a little bit better. Okay, now except maybe you, I don't like stamping words unless I'm using my Misty or the Stampin' Up's old, stamper that you can restamp. So I use, and it's just me, I just don't get a good covering with my first stamp, and I want my words to be crisp. So I use Early Espresso to stamp this. And we'll see if I can get it straight without getting my head under the camera. Okay, that's pretty straight for me. And close this one up. And then I want to take, and I want to do, what do I want to do on the inside? I just want to do 3 little pumpkins. So I'm taking my Memento Black, going, let me get it where you can see it, going tap, 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 and I'm just going to stamp it once there, once there. Oops. And you're supposed to hold the photopolymers about 5 seconds. That's probably why I don't get good coverage, because I forget to do that with the words. So, okay, so that is right there. And I'm going to give that a second to dry, and I'm going to go get my embellishments. Okay, I'm back. I did get the embellishments, but this is dried. And so let's just take, we don't want anything under this. When you color with your blends, you should color on a hard surface, no paper underneath or anything, because you want to be able to blend. You don't want the paper underneath absorbing the ink. And we need some dark pie in here. And so, or else I could have just used dark. Because if you have paper underneath, instead of just leaving, if you see how that soaks through, well, that will soak into your paper instead of just be sitting there so that you can blend it. So that's why you do not put anything paper underneath it. So I'm going to take, and let's see, I think I'm going to just do this one so it's darker over here. And lighter right there. And this one I'll do the same way. And there we go. All right. And then we're just going to take our glue, throw it on the back of the card here, on the paper, not the card. And just set it right in there and center it. There we go. And then the embellishments. Let's see. This is the faux glass dots from the mini catalog. And we're just going to use, I think, I'll just use one right here. Maybe put another one right up here. And then I'll take a small one and set it up here. And there we go. Okay. Now, for the envelope, I didn't do anything for my envelope to show you, but I did do something for the other card, and that was I took a piece of the Designer Series paper. I took 6 by 2.5. I embossed it with the embossing folder, and then I put the glue on the flap of the envelope, put the paper on top, and then I just open it up and I trim off the excess. And that is You're Nothing Better Than Pumpkin Spice or Except Maybe You latte card. So I hope you enjoyed that and that you'll give me a thumbs up, and I will see you hopefully next week with a Christmas card. So if it's not next week, it'll be the following week. So I'm excited to start making my Christmas cards. I need lots of them, about 100 of them made, and I haven't started. I did the ones from the summertime, but none since then. So I need to get busy. So you guys are going to be my encouragement to do so. So have a blessed week, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for joining me. Bye.